Can a nation whose economy was based on diamonds let go of it? Botswana, known for its diamonds, is making a shift under the new president Boko. And what will he replace diamonds with? Medical cannabis and sunshine. Before you say anything, take a look at his plan to be shocked. He presented an alternative to diamonds that no one saw coming. But the question is, will this plan work? Let's find out. To understand if the new plan will work, we need to start where it all began, with Botswana's diamond dependency and why it's time to let go. Diamonds have been both a blessing and a curse. When Botswana discovered diamonds shortly after gaining independence in 1966, it transformed the country almost overnight. De Beers, through its partnership with the Botswana government, created Botswana, a joint venture that became the backbone of the nation's economy. For decades, diamonds contributed 80% of Botswana's export revenue, 50% of government revenue, and 30% of GDP. The steady income funded education, healthcare, and infrastructure, propelling Botswana from one of the world's poorest nations to a middle-income success story by the 1990s. Botswana became known as a model of resource management, avoiding the so-called resource curse that plagued other nations. However, cracks in this glittering foundation have been growing for years, and by the early 2000s and 20s, it became clear that the diamond era was coming to an end. The COVID-19 pandemic dealt a massive blow to the global diamond market. With weddings postponed and luxury spending reduced, diamond sales plummeted, slashing Botswana's revenues by more than 30% in 2020 alone. While some recovery followed, the pandemic highlighted the fragility of Botswana's reliance on a single resource. Even more concerning is the long-term decline in global demand. Younger generations, particularly millennials and Gen Z, are turning away from traditional diamonds. Ethical concerns about mining practices and the growing popularity of lab-grown diamonds, which are marketed as sustainable and conflict-free, are reshaping the industry. According to a 2023 report by Bain & Company, lab-grown diamonds now account for 7% of global diamond sales and are projected to reach 10% by 2025. This shift has left Botswana scrambling to find new buyers for its mined diamonds. Adding to the urgency is the fact that Botswana's diamond reserves are finite. Reports suggest that major mines like Jwaneng, one of the richest diamond mines in the world, may reach peak production within the next decade. As mining operations become more expensive and less profitable, Botswana risks being left with an empty bag. The economic implications are profound. In 2023, diamond exports accounted for just 65% of Botswana's total export revenue, down from 80% a decade earlier. Meanwhile, unemployment remains alarmingly high, with 27% of the population out of work and 38% youth unemployment. Entire communities in mining towns, like Orapa and Letlhakane, are already feeling the pinch as mining operations scale back. Dependency on diamonds has not only limited economic growth, but also left Botswana vulnerable to global market fluctuations it cannot control. On the geopolitical stage, Botswana's diamond dependency has also exposed it to challenges. The 2022 Russia-Ukraine conflict disrupted global diamond supply chains, particularly as sanctions on Russian diamonds hurt Botswana's trading partnerships. At the same time, countries like India, which dominate diamond cutting and polishing, are shifting their focus to lab-grown alternatives, leaving Botswana's raw diamonds with fewer processing options. These factors underscore how precarious Botswana's position has become in the global diamond market. For President Boko, the writing on the wall is clear. Diamonds can no longer be the country's economic backbone. Diversification isn't just a strategy, it's a matter of survival. Boko's leadership marks a turning point, emphasizing that clinging to diamonds is not only unsustainable, but also limits Botswana's ability to compete in an increasingly complex global economy.
We should have diversified this economy decades back. We didn't. And that probably is why we find ourselves in the situation in which we are. And so one way in which we are going...
Breaking away from diamonds is also a philosophical shift. For decades, diamonds symbolized Botswana's success, a glittering narrative that placed the country on the global map. Letting go means confronting uncomfortable truths about over-reliance and adapting to a world where sustainability and innovation trump traditional resource wealth. It's about reclaiming control over Botswana's economic destiny and embracing new industries that promise long-term resilience. Boko's solution is simple yet transformative. Invest in what Botswana has in abundance: sunshine, fertile land, and a young, dynamic population. For him, the sun is more than a metaphor for hope. It's a literal resource that can redefine Botswana's economy. And how does Botswana's endless sunshine fix anything? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. Botswana isn't just sunny, it's a solar powerhouse waiting to be unleashed. With 3,200 hours of sunshine annually and 21 megajoules of solar energy per square meter, the country has one of the highest solar radiation levels in the world. These aren't just impressive statistics. They represent untapped potential that could redefine Botswana's economy. For decades, this resource has been overlooked and sidelined in favor of traditional industries. But under President Boko's leadership, solar energy is finally taking center stage, poised to become Botswana's next big success story. Imagine the sprawling Kalahari Desert transformed into a landscape of solar farms, each one capturing the sun's rays and converting them into clean, renewable energy. This isn't a far-fetched dream. It's the cornerstone of Boko's renewable energy strategy. These solar farms wouldn't just generate electricity for Botswana, they'd power the broader region. Neighboring countries like South Africa, which faces chronic power shortages due to aging infrastructure and reliance on coal, could become major buyers of Botswana's surplus energy. Botswana's location gives it a strategic advantage. The country is centrally positioned in southern Africa, making it an ideal energy hub for exporting electricity to neighboring nations like Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Namibia. This vision would not only generate significant revenue, but also establish Botswana as a renewable energy leader in Africa, diversifying its economy and reducing its dependence on finite resources like diamonds. Botswana doesn't have to reinvent the wheel to succeed in solar energy. It can draw inspiration from success stories like Morocco's Noor solar project. Noor, located in the Moroccan desert, is one of the world's largest solar farms. It produces enough electricity to power over 1.1 million homes, reducing Morocco's reliance on imported fossil fuels and even exporting energy to Europe. The project created thousands of jobs during its construction and continues to support the local economy through maintenance and related industries. Botswana's solar potential is even greater than Morocco's. While Morocco has limited sunshine during the winter months, Botswana enjoys consistent solar radiation year-round. By emulating Morocco's approach, partnering with international investors, securing funding from organizations like the World Bank, and leveraging public-private partnerships, Botswana could fast-track its renewable energy ambitions. The benefits of solar energy extend far beyond international exports. Renewable energy could transform lives within Botswana, especially in rural areas where access to electricity is still limited. According to a 2021 report by the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, only about 60% of Botswana's population has access to reliable electricity. Solar farms could bridge this gap, providing affordable and consistent energy to underserved communities. With reliable electricity, rural businesses could flourish. Small enterprises like bakeries, repair shops, and cold storage facilities for agriculture could operate efficiently, creating jobs and boosting local economies. Schools could run computer labs and offer evening classes, expanding educational opportunities. Clinics could use refrigeration to store vaccines, improving healthcare delivery in remote regions. For families, access to electricity means better living conditions, from lighting homes to powering essential appliances. Botswana's move towards solar energy also aligns with global sustainability goals, making it an attractive destination for international partnerships. As the world races to meet climate targets, countries and corporations are looking for ways to invest in green energy. Botswana, with its vast solar potential, is perfectly positioned to attract funding from organizations like the African Development Bank, the Green Climate Fund, and private investors eager to back renewable projects in emerging markets. Countries like Germany and China, both leaders in renewable energy technology, could become key partners in Botswana's solar journey. Germany, for instance, has a history of funding renewable projects in Africa, while Chinese companies are known for their cost-effective solar technologies. Such collaborations could accelerate the development of Botswana's solar infrastructure, bringing in both expertise and capital. The construction and maintenance of solar farms would also create thousands of jobs, addressing one of Botswana's most pressing challenges: unemployment. Unlike the diamond industry, which requires specialized skills and limited labor, solar projects can employ workers across a range of skill levels. From engineers and technicians to construction workers and administrators, the renewable energy sector offers opportunities for people in urban and rural areas alike. Training programs and vocational schools focused on renewable energy could further prepare Botswana's workforce for the jobs of the future. This approach wouldn't just create employment, it would also build a generation of skilled professionals capable of sustaining the country's renewable energy ambitions for decades to come. But while this alone sounds like Botswana is about to get on a journey of success, there is more Boko is planning. Another passion project is cannabis. But what can cannabis do to save Botswana's economy? Cannabis might sound like an unconventional, or even controversial, choice for economic revival, but the global trends tell a different story. Far from being a fringe industry, the medicinal cannabis market is projected to hit $43 billion by 2027, with exponential growth across Europe, North America, and Asia. For President Boko, this isn't just about following a trend. It's about creating a strategic opportunity to address unemployment, empower rural communities, and diversify Botswana's economy. But why is cannabis the right fit for Botswana? The first reason is the climate. Botswana's fertile soils and sun-drenched weather make it a perfect location for cultivating high-quality cannabis and hemp. Cannabis thrives in warm, sunny environments, and with minimal rainfall, Botswana has the ideal conditions to compete with the world's top cannabis exporters. Unlike other cash crops that require heavy infrastructure investments or extensive irrigation systems, cannabis is relatively low maintenance, making it accessible even to small-scale farmers. Second, rural areas, often left behind by traditional economic policies, could finally see transformative growth. Imagine this: farmers in villages across Botswana, from the outskirts of Gaborone to the Kalahari region, cultivating cannabis for export to international markets. The income generated could revitalize these communities, fund local development, and create thousands of jobs in farming, processing, and logistics. Botswana doesn't have to start from scratch. Neighboring Lesotho provides a proven example of how cannabis can transform an economy. As Africa's first country to legalize cannabis cultivation, Lesotho has attracted millions in foreign investment and established itself as a leader in the global cannabis market. Its rugged highlands, once associated with subsistence farming, are now home to thriving cannabis farms supplying markets in Canada and Europe. Botswana has even more potential than Lesotho. Its superior infrastructure, political stability, and larger agricultural base could allow it to scale operations more efficiently. By learning from Lesotho's successes and avoiding its pitfalls, Botswana could position itself as a dominant player in Africa's cannabis industry. The cannabis opportunity isn't just about medicinal products. Hemp, a cousin of cannabis, has a wide range of industrial applications, from textiles and paper to biodegradable plastics and biofuel. Global demand for sustainable materials is growing, and hemp is uniquely positioned to meet that need. By investing in hemp production, Botswana could diversify its agricultural sector, reducing dependence on single-use crops and creating an entirely new manufacturing ecosystem. Hemp cultivation also offers a chance to create value-added products, such as hemp-based fabrics, construction materials, and cosmetics. These industries could spur further job creation, attract investment, and give Botswana a competitive edge in the global market. Of course, no bold move comes without hurdles. Botswana will need to establish a robust regulatory framework to govern cannabis cultivation, production, and export. This includes setting quality standards, licensing growers, and ensuring compliance with international trade agreements. Public perception will also need to shift, as cannabis is still stigmatized in many parts of the world, and even within Botswana itself. The competition is fierce. Established markets in Canada, the Netherlands, and Israel dominate the global cannabis industry. African countries like Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and South Africa are already carving out niches, which means Botswana must differentiate itself. Whether that's through organic farming, innovative processing techniques, or competitive pricing, finding a unique selling point will be critical. Now you must be thinking, what about jobs, as Boko promised that? Well, cannabis isn't just about economics, it's about people. The industry has the potential to create tens of thousands of jobs, particularly in rural areas where unemployment is highest. Farming communities could see a revival, with young people finding work close to home instead of migrating to cities in search of opportunities. Processing facilities, export logistics, and ancillary services would create jobs beyond the farms, spreading economic benefits across the country. Moreover, the revenue generated from cannabis exports could fund vital public services. Think improved healthcare, better schools, and upgraded infrastructure, all made possible by a plant that was once dismissed as controversial. Botswana could also use its cannabis revenues to invest in education and training programs, ensuring the workforce is prepared for the demands of this emerging industry. By embracing cannabis, Botswana isn't just growing a crop, it's redefining its place in the global economy. The move signals a shift away from dependence on diamonds and toward a diversified, future-oriented economy. It positions Botswana as a leader in sustainable agriculture, a champion of rural development, and a pioneer in Africa's green revolution. But while cannabis could address unemployment and stimulate economic growth, it's only one piece of the puzzle. To truly transform Botswana, President Boko is also focusing on connectivity and innovation. That's where Elon Musk's Starlink comes into play. Elon Musk? In Botswana? Yes. In today's world, connectivity isn't just nice to have, it's essential. Yet vast parts of Botswana remain digitally disconnected, limiting access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. Enter Starlink, Elon Musk's satellite internet service, which promises to bring high-speed internet to even the most remote corners of the planet. For Botswana, Starlink could be a game-changer. Imagine rural schools connected to the internet, enabling students to access global educational resources. Imagine entrepreneurs in small towns reaching international markets through e-commerce platforms. Imagine clinics using telemedicine to save lives in areas where doctors are scarce. The potential doesn't stop at individuals. With reliable internet, Botswana could attract tech companies looking for new markets. Startups could thrive, creating jobs and fostering innovation. Kenya's Silicon Savannah has already shown how digital connectivity can transform economies, and Botswana could follow a similar path. But Starlink is more than just technology, it's a symbol of possibility. By embracing digital transformation, Botswana positions itself as a leader in Africa's tech revolution. With improved connectivity, the nation could explore opportunities in artificial intelligence, fintech, and e-governance. Yet, while the internet might open doors, addressing Botswana's unemployment crisis requires more than just technology. Unemployment is Botswana's elephant in the room. But President Boko knows this and has made job creation his top priority. The strategy is multifaceted. First, infrastructure development. By investing in roads, schools, and renewable energy projects, the government can create thousands of construction jobs while building the foundation for long-term growth. Second, tourism. Botswana's natural beauty, from the Okavango Delta to the Kalahari Desert, makes it a prime destination for ecotourism. By marketing itself as a must-visit location, the nation could attract millions of tourists and generate significant revenue. Long-term, the focus is on education and skills development. Emerging industries like renewable energy, cannabis cultivation, and tech require skilled workers. By investing in vocational training and higher education, Botswana can equip its youth to thrive in these sectors. Entrepreneurship is another key pillar. Supporting small businesses and startups not only creates jobs, but also fosters innovation and self-reliance. With the right policies, Botswana could become a hub for African entrepreneurs, driving economic growth from within. Each of these initiatives ties back to one central idea: diversification. Botswana is no longer content to rely on diamonds. By exploring bold, new industries, it's building an economy that's resilient, inclusive, and future-focused. So, in the end, President Boko's vision is nothing short of revolutionary. By betting on solar energy, cannabis cultivation, and digital connectivity, he's laying the groundwork for a diversified economy. These aren't just ideas. They're lifelines for a nation on the brink of change. The challenges are real, from regulatory hurdles to global competition. But the potential is undeniable. If Botswana can pull this off, it won't just be an African success story. It'll be a global inspiration. So, here's the real question. Is Botswana crazy for dreaming this big, or is the world crazy for underestimating it? Let us know in the comment section. Do you believe Botswana can redefine its future with these ambitious plans? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If so, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.